What is up? Welcome back to another RDI episode. In today's video, we're gonna make a couple yard signs, and of course, we're gonna be using the Cameo 4 cutter. And the materials and equipment needed for this kind of business is, the first thing, you will need a vinyl cutter. You can get this one, the Cameo cutter, and it's under $300, or you can get a graphic Titan or Cricut. And I recommend that you guys get this one too, the software to vector your images, because you can also use Silhouette Studio, but you will have to upgrade if you guys want to be able to vector your images within the software. So you should consider getting this, the CorelDRAW, instead of paying for the Silhouette Studio. And you're gonna need some vinyl. We have the Oracle 651, and especially for this kind of vinyl cutter, you gotta make sure that you get the 12-inch, or you can also use a 15-inch, but the cutting area, it's only under 12 inches. So just keep that in mind. And you will also need some transfer tape. We got the Art Tape Clear Choice AT75, and you will also need all kinds of small tools like squeegee, wither, rapid tag, and a whole bunch of tools. Okay, these are the signs that we're going to be working on, and they are 24 by 18 corrugated yard signs. Okay, we have our design here, and the thing that I recommend that you guys do, always make a copy in case you have to go back to the original. But anyway, so let's go ahead and move this to the right side, and let me show you real fast. I already know what part of the sticker I'm going to cut first, and since we're going to use the Cameo 4, we got to make sure that the cutting area is under 12, and it's 11.2 tall by 23 long. Let me just use a different color. Always, when we are working on the designs, make sure that you use the actual sizes. Our yard signs are 24 by 18, and the rectangle measures that. Okay, now I'm going to use the rulers down here, and I'm going to add some alignments, or you can also call them registration marks, but I call them alignments since we have to align different layers of vinyl, and we can put them anywhere. It doesn't really matter where you put them as long as they don't get in the way. But this is the way we add them. Go to the left side of the tools right here, and it says rectangle, and again, you can put them anywhere as long as they don't exceed the cutting area, and it can be here on the little lines, or it can be anywhere inside. We are not gonna be able to use registration marks since the vinyls are the same color. You will not be able to tell the difference since they are the same color. So we will need to use the alignments instead of that. And I'm going to move this just a little bit there. And again, just so you guys can see the difference, even though it's going to be all the same color, all black color, I just made a red, and they are aligned. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a copy of the alignments all the way to the right side. And again, I can put them up here. It doesn't matter as long as you remember, but I'm going to drag them to the right side, and I'm going to push on the right side button of the mouse, and then copy here. And then I can put them here. They're going to be way too close, but I think instead of that, I'm going to put it right here so you guys can see that it doesn't really matter where you put them. And as long as, again, they're inside the area, the cutting area, and I think that's perfect. Again, maybe it's not going to be the same or the best place to place the alignments, but that's what I'm going to go for. Okay, and now what I got to do, I have to weld them, because as you can see here, the alignments are not yet welded. And the way you do it, select the alignment and then shift button and click on the other part that you need to weld, and do the same thing, shift and then click on that red, and it's back to red. And I gotta repeat the same steps with the bottom part of the yard sign. I'm gonna get rid of that, and now I have our two different sections. Now I need to convert them to different formats so our Silhouette Studio can read it. And I'm going to make a copy of this, and I already opened another screen for Corel and bring it here. And so far, I think that the best format for this kind of for the Silhouette Studio, you will see that in just a minute. Okay, now I'm gonna make the background the same size, almost the same size as our design, and our design measures 23.2 something. So I'm gonna make that about that, and then it has to be inside the square. Okay, and now I think it's perfect there. I'm gonna go here to File, and then I'm gonna save it as, and I'm gonna type in the name of the business and just do part 1 since it's gonna be the top part, and then go to, this is the best file so far, I believe, for this kind of projects. Go to DXF AutoCAD and then save it, and I'll do okay, and repeat the same step with the bottom part of the stickers. Okay, now I'm gonna hide the little windows and go to Silhouette Studio. We have the free version of it, and I use Corel Draw to vector our images. That's why I do not need to upgrade to that Silhouette paid whatever it's called, Pro. I don't even know what it's called. Okay, and for some reason, I don't know what I need to do to my Silhouette Studio, but when I bring the actual files, for some reason they resize, and I mean, I don't really use the Cameo that much, as you can tell. Okay, let me show you something real fast. Up here, as you can see, this is not the actual size that I need them to be. Again, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I can resize them here, and but I need to actually align them, and then once I align them, then I can resize them, and that's what I'm going to do right now. If you guys are thinking of investing in this kind of machine, I mean, it's worth it. It gets the job done, I would say. Okay, I'm using a roll, and we're not supposed to use this size. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it, but this one is the 50 yard. I think 10 yard is recommended. I made sure that I aligned the vinyl before actually sending it. So far, it's going well. Now I'm about to find out how it widths out. Let me just show you up close, and looks like it's cutting well. You can see it clearly where you need to cut, and I'm gonna do it about here. See, this is one of the good things about the Cameo, that you can use the roll. All right, to be honest with you guys, we had to try different cutting settings on the Cameo cutter, and we finally got it. And I'm gonna start weeding out, and before I start doing that, I'm gonna have some scissors next to me, just in case. Sometimes when you start weeding out, things get complicated, and it's always good to have something you can cut the vinyl with, and if things start getting complicated. And I'm gonna do it like that, and you can see the settings are perfect. Okay, before applying the transfer tape, I'm gonna secure the decal to the cutting mat, and I'm gonna use little pieces of paper tape. Make sure I cut it long enough. And the art tape AT75, I don't know if you will be able to see it in the camera, but it has like a whole bunch of little holes, and it prevents the air from getting trapped in between the sticker and the transfer. and that makes it a lot easier, and it doesn't wrinkle like the other tapes do. Okay. All right, now I'm going to apply my transfer tape on top, and again, I have plenty of room. Okay, I'm going to apply the bottom part, and I'm going to take the measurements. Make sure you do that too. Make sure you align it, and since we got our alignments, make sure that we do it correctly. We got the sticker exactly where we want it, and we're going to use a big piece of tape. And right here, you're about to see the difference with AT75 versus AT60. See, it only took one try. All the letters came off real fast. Just gotta keep in mind when you are removing the transfer tape, just do it slowly because the adhesive is a little bit stronger than the other one. And yeah, just gotta take your time when you are removing the sticker, the transfer tape. When you get to this part here, just do it. Take your time. Okay, we're going to expose our alignments, and these are our alignments for the bottom part, and we have to place the alignments right here on top, and same on this side here on top. And again, since they are the same color of vinyl, you cannot do registration marks or like we usually do with different layers or different colors, because you will not be able to see the difference since they will be the same color. Perfect. And now we're going to use a tape either here, probably here. Just like that. All right, perfect. Now let's continue with the other parts. Did I mention that we love the art tape AT75? I think we have. And I'm gonna put this on the side. I'm gonna keep using it. And now we are going to remove the transfer tape. You cannot reuse it because in the end, it's gonna be all wrinkled. Believe me, we've tried that before, and yeah, it doesn't work. Now, it's time to get rid of the alignments, and this is pretty simple. All you gotta do is just use the width that you have and lift one side and just peel it off. Same with this one here, and we're gonna do the same to the other side. See how easy it is? Again, if you guys are considering starting your decal business and you cannot wait and your budget is kind of small, this is a good option. Make sure that you get all your materials and equipment through the links. We're going to appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you guys on to the next video.